Hello, veterans and families. This is Commander Santanam. Another video on ECHS. This is video number 74, focused on ECHS membership for World War II veterans, short service commissioned officers, emergency commissioned officers, premature retired officers, non pensioners. As you are watching this video, please hit the subscribe button without hesitation. This will help you to get to know whenever I launch the next video. ECHS membership. Who are eligible pertaining to this? You are aware that I have covered ECHS membership for other categories in two more videos earlier. This is focused on these, which is membership is available for World War II veterans, emergency commissioned officers, short service commissioned officers, premature retirees, PMR as they are called, non pensioners. This includes military nursing service as well, in addition to the Army, Navy, Air Force commissioned officers. MNS is also included in PMR category. We will see each category will be required to meet certain conditions for the ex-serviceman and also for the spouse. When you apply for the card, based on this eligibility, you have to choose the drop down as non-pensioner. Let's see the conditions one by one. These are common conditions for all the non-pensioners of the four categories we have seen. They should not have been discharged on disciplinary grounds as a condition number one. They will pay one-time contribution for officers, which is 1.2 lakhs for the ECHS membership contribution. It's a one-time fee. In addition, they will pay for the smart card of 177 rupees when you apply for the card. War widows are exempted from paying membership fees. All the four categories will apply for membership and adhere to the ECHS rules, the current rules at that particular point in time as you become a member. It's quite important. They should not be covered under any other government health scheme. You can have any one government health scheme under which you are a member and take the healthcare facilities. Only spouse is eligible. No other dependents are eligible. When you say no, for other normal pensioners, many dependents are eligible. In this particular case, for the four categories, no dependents are eligible. Spouse is not a dependent, so only spouse will be eligible for ECHS membership. Let's see certain conditions for spouse of the ESM under the four categories. Spouse should be legally wedded spouse. The name of the spouse must be included in the record of service clearly. In case of legally separated spouse, then the spouse is eligible when primary beneficiary is responsible for her maintenance. The legally separated spouse is eligible under this condition. Legally divorced spouse are not eligible. If a spouse is employed in government service, will be eligible for any one scheme. There is a procedure, a form to be filled up, and that certificate will be given to the officer in charge, etc. If a war widow marries again, she is eligible. Her husband from the second marriage is not eligible. Certain documents that to be submitted by the officers: rank, name, service number, unit served, last unit, copy of release or discharge book or service book, that should establish marital relationship between the ESM and the spouse. It's quite important. So I've covered specifically for the conditions for spouse. The previous slide covered the conditions for the ex-servicemen of the four categories. Let's see what facilities are available for these four categories. I will take in this slide This is focused on World War II veterans and emergency commissioned officers. These two categories will have facilities as any other ECHS member, that is a pensioner ECHS member. Same facility is available to these two categories, and it is completely cashless. Treatment and medicines from ECHS polyclinic is free. You can take treatment in service hospital, both OPD and IPD, that is inpatient. Treatment in ECHS empanel hospital, again, is cashless. This is for cashless for non-payables. There are certain items which are called as payables, which the ESM has to pay to the empanel hospital. All ESMs, for the matter, nothing to do with only World War II veterans, are these four categories. That's why I put for non-payable. Typically, it is cashless. So, like any other ex-servicemen, World War II veterans and emergency commission officers and the spouse are eligible for this full facilities from ECHS. Let's see the conditions or what facilities are available for short service commissioned officers and non-pensioner premature retirees. These two categories. Treatment and medicines from ECHS polyclinic is free. That is the OPD. Typically, it is at polyclinic, it is OPD. They are not entitled for treatment at AFMS hospital, that is military hospitals. The card for these two, the 64 KB ECHS card, will have this particular information typed on top as a grade ink, which will be printed on the card itself. Since they are not entitled for service hospital facilities for OPD and IPD, polyclinic will always refer them to empanel hospital for treatment. Direct referral. Once you are treated at empanel hospital, either for OPD or for investigation or as inpatient, these two category officers will pay and settle the bills before discharge completely at the empanel hospital. Take all the documentation and the bills, invoice, etc. Apply for reimbursement post discharge. In the reimbursement documents, you will have to state that it is you are under this category, SSCO or non-pensioner PMR. Let's see what is reimbursable. The reimbursement, whatever it is paid here, it is limited always, like for any other ESM, to CGHS rates. For example, if the OPD is 950 rupees, CGHS rates could be 350 rupees. So if you apply for reimbursement, you will get CGHS rate only. Another condition, if your service is more than 10 years, for the total amount what you are entitled as reimbursement, you will get 75% of the admissible expenditure. It's quite important if it is more than 10 years of service. For service less than 10 years, this will be restricted to 50% of admissible expenditure. So this is with reference to empanel hospital. Like other ex-servicemen, under a medical emergency, this category of officers and the spouse can go to a non-empanel hospital, and after the discharge and settling the bills, you can apply for reimbursement, but the condition as above will be still in force for this particular reimbursement. But you have the facility to go to a non-empanel hospital under medical emergency condition only. This medical emergency is clearly defined in another video of mine. Please see it. Since you are entitled for treatment and medicines from polyclinic free of cost, supposing a prescribed medicine in the polyclinic, a doctor prescribes a medicine and that is not available in the polyclinic, at that polyclinic or at your polyclinic, you can purchase it as per the prescription for a maximum period of 30 days outside in a pharmacy, and you can apply for reimbursement. This medicine reimbursement will be 100% reimbursable. This is not driven by the 75% and 50%. Only the medicines prescribed which is being issued by the polyclinic, which is NA, you can get 100% reimbursable for the duration of as per the prescription, or 30 days, whichever is more, or whichever is applicable, not more, whichever is applicable. This is another important condition you must note. If the medicines is issued as a part of inpatient at empanel hospital, obviously when you put up this reimbursement, which will be restricted to CGHS rates, again these medicines charges will be restricted to 75% or 50% criteria only. Okay, this medicines issued by the IPD for which you have paid for it, you won't get 100% reimbursement. As we have discussed here, this is at polyclinic, it is NA medicine at polyclinic is 100%. Empanel hospital, you are governed by 75% and 50%. Sorry about it, this should be ampersand. I got a 7 here by mistake. Another important item which you will note, if a short service commissioned officer, if the officer is drawing service pension, then you will get all facilities as applicable to regular ex-servicemen. That is, you are a pensioner. All this we have discussed, they are all non-pensioners. But some SSCOs may be drawing service pension, then you are not governed by any of this. You are governed by the what is available as a pensioner ex-serviceman. So you may kindly note this because there are a lot of questions which come to me on this from officers. Three important reference letters. I have four important letters I have indicated here. These are readily available if you visit my web portal. All these letters copies I have linked it there in the policy letter section of my web portal. I'll just tell you about it in the next slide. Again, Helping Hands for ECHS is a volunteer effort. I help the veterans and families on any ECHS issues. Two facilities are available. One is my web portal. This is a link. Other one is my YouTube channel, in which this particular YouTube number, video number 74, is also will be posted there. You can watch when you subscribe to this channel, you will get all the 74 videos one below the other. These two facilities will cover close to 100% now on every questions you may have on ECHS. If you still need help, call or message me to my mobile number. Every month on a Sunday morning, I conduct, using YouTube, live question answer session. You may get my SMS or my WhatsApp message. You can join in, ask me any questions, and I will try my best to answer. Jai Hind.